Just get my phone right way around. Excuse me. It's the sun or pollen, I don't know, but it's making me sneeze. I've been sneezing for about on and off about an hour. I should get my camera stand today. Right, so last night something hit me last night. Right, a few years ago I was working on this prototype idea. I'm just going to find it in here. It's still in here. I use magnetite, but hang on. There was that thing. And this thing. You might remember this thing. That's what started me on the magnetic switching idea. Well, which is that I'm going to put the video in the description, actually. I'll put the video in the description, but just to give you a summarise, the idea was that the magnetic field travels up this stick, and then we have the magnetic field. Now that's actually pulling right now, I've got it on the wrong end. Turn it over. So the magnetic field is basically being deflected through this thing, right? Like so. It's not very efficient. This was the very first one I did, actually, with the idea. And when we subtract the flux on this side, if I can find the right one, is it that one? Yeah. So, oh shit. It's very flimsy, this thing. You have to forgive me. I'll find the video in a minute. But when I get the magnet to stay on, which it won't do because this magnet's the wrong size, it's too bloody big. I find the little ones. Hang on. Come here. Right, so pull in, yeah. So that's the right size. So when we put this on here, it subtracts the field. Right, this was the original magnetic switch that I was working on, and it will subtract a small amount of the flux. This isn't very strong, this little magnet thing. It's not as strong as the other one, but anyway. So I'm going to put the a link to the video in the description. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is I was trying to work out how to block the flux, wasn't I, so that we would get more switching effect, and then I kind of realised what I can do. So so there's my SketchUp rotor disc. Now the hub has got the hub isn't on this picture. The hub is the bit that sits in this gap here, where the magnets are basically stationary, and the rotor moves past the magnets. Now I realised what I could do is, instead of having magnets pointing outwards, I could use my magnetic switch, which is what I was showing you, and have the magnets pointing down, so that the flux is actually being pointing in the orientation down through a piece of steel. Then I have another set of magnets in this added ring, which will actuate the magnetic field through the switch to the cores, which are rotating. So the cores are rotating clockwise, and this ring is rotating clockwise. So this would actuate the magnetic field so that it was flipped out, pulled back in, flipped out, pulled back in. That would give me a much bigger amplitude modulation of the AC output. So I suddenly just got stopped in my tracks, because I was working on these little segments, these new segments, and then it kind of hit me what I could do. Instead of shielding it, because the shielding idea is one thing, but the trouble with that is it causes a lot of drag because the flux is there all the time. What we need to do is interrupt that flux field and turn it off, and on. Well, not so much turn it on and off, but redirect it inwards, then redirect it outwards to create this alternate field. Anyway, the camera mount should be here today, hopefully. I did get a notification in my email box about it, but we'll see. So anyway, I just want to give you an update on that. And so what I'm actually doing at the moment is I'm actually going to draw up something on this hub section in the middle. Oh, don't press buttons. Oh, I nearly pressed a button or something. So this hub section in the middle is not a lot of room on it, actually. I don't want to redesign the whole thing, because it's just going to cause me more problems. But I've got about a 6.6 millimeter ring. That's the diameter, that's the ring from the outside perimeter to the inside, which I can fit inside the existing rotor, which I could put in there, which would fit actually inside the stator, because this goes inside the, just a minute, where's the stator? It's over here somewhere. So this ring would actually go in the stator. Let me just bring this ring, let's copy that ring and bring it over, just a minute. So if I copy that ring, right, I'll just get out of that a minute. Sorry, I need to zoom in. I only meant to do a really quick video, you see, and I was, I've kind of got a little bit. Right, so if I paste that ring, hopefully it'll be the right way up. Right, I need to orientate it a bit better. Obviously it's not in the right... Oh shit, I've got the flipping rotate tool on. What the hell going on? Just a minute, escape. I hate it when that rotate thing comes on. I'm not on the rotate, I clicked on the thing. Oh, I need to go on here. Right, so sorry about the shakiness. As I said, the camera stand should be here today. I need to go over here. So this ring is going to go inside the stator like this, and I've got to put magnet slots in this ring, because we're going to have we're going to create a magnetic switch. Where the magnets are in the stator at the moment, the magnets are going to be pointing in the other orientation, and then we're going to use a piece of ferrite or steel. I'm not sure yet. I might use some of my steel laminations, which would probably do the job, to switch the flux, so that we can effectively, instead of blocking the flux, we simply redivert it. We flip it either out or in, you see. And because this is close to the central hub, it's also going to have less drag on it anyway, because it's really close to the central hub section. And I don't really need really strong magnets, actually. And another advantage of doing like this is, the main advantage is the fact that I can attenuate how much flux I deflect outwards to the rotor. So actually, let me make this little ring part of this for a minute. Just a minute, let me just so you can see what's going on here. So if I cut that a minute, I need to make it part of this component, edit component. Right, I'm just going to select all connected. Make a new group so I don't intersect them. Right, so I'm going to put this inside this component, paste in place. So now I've got this ring inside there. So we can go over to the model, and we should see it in the model, but there's no magnets in that ring yet. So if we go over to the model, you can see it's standing out there, look, but it's actually too far. I've got it too far down, actually. I think. Let me have a look. Let me go inside here a minute. I don't know if I can get in here. Oh, I can't do this without my shift key. I'm holding my phone. Hang on, I'm going to have to zoom out a minute. I can't. Let me go inside this magnet here. Yeah, I've got it sticking out the bottom, but don't worry anyway, it's just temporary right now. So at least you can see where it is. So this ring is going to be inside this hub, and the ring is going to be moving, but the hub is stationary, right? So instead of having magnets here, can you see my mouse? Hopefully you can. So instead of having magnets here, well, pointing out towards the ferrite that's rotating on the wheel, they'll be pointing in onto a piece of another piece of ferrite, or some steel laminations, and this ring is going to actuate that field in and out, in and out, in and out. We'll get better AC field switching and everything. So that's what I'm going to be looking and working on right now. I don't want to make too many modifications to everything because, well, I don't want to redesign it. I don't want to rebuild the whole thing and 3D print everything all over again. I just want to do an experiment. So what I wanted to do was make this ring so it can be actually added to the existing rotor, so I can basically stick it in there, glue it in place, center it, so that way it saves me a lot of plastic and time, and redesign everything. I'll have to make some kind of just wrap some paper around it so I can centralize it, get it centered and everything, because it's got to be well balanced, because it's actually going to be moving on the rotor, so it's got to be bang on middle, otherwise it's going to throw everything out of balance, everything out of whack. Another thing I could do is 3D print a little temporary break-off section on it, which will intersect with the inside of the rotor. So if I go back to the rotor back over here, so this ring is sitting right in the middle. So I could just put a flange at the bottom, which it sits up against this edge here, so that it centers, then just break that off. A thin, very, very thin thing, just to get it centered and whatever. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's such a good idea. But anyway, either way, I'm going to find a way to get it in the middle anyway, because it's got to be exactly in the middle, otherwise it's not going to be balanced. Anyway, so obviously the magnet spacing is going to be a bit of a problem, because the magnets are going to be pretty close together. So I was thinking about using rectangular magnets, the smaller ones, because the circumference is so small I can't get the big magnets in there, so it's going to have to be smaller magnets to actuate it. But the biggest advantage is that I can attenuate it, and I mean, in a later design, I could make another rotor where I could pull the magnets out the back of the rotor at some point, But for this particular one, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to make a ring, stick some magnets in it, stick it on the rotor, and do some testing to see what it does. So anyway, that's just my solution. Instead of having to block it with those where's the segments gone? It's somewhere around here. Yeah, the screening one there. Instead of using the screening one, which I was working on, which is not really practical, I just basically flip the field in and out sort of thing. So anyway, I'm going to go because my arm's getting tired. I just wanted to let you know that I haven't given up. I've been really tired the last few days, and so my thoughts have been a bit foggy. But then I was thinking last night, hang on a minute, I just remembered something. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to try, which should improve it, because as I say, at the moment I've got static flux, and I've been trying to get rid of the static flux and redivert it, and I think I've figured it out. So I know how to do that now. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hang on a minute. Did I just remember something? No, I thought there's something I've missed. No, that's it. I'll come back later if there's something else.